Today, I'm going to be making some cookies and cream brownies. This recipe is from the October-November 1998 issue of Taste of Home magazine. So it's really neat. They give you these fun little recipes and you can cut them out if you want to. I choose to just leave them in the magazine, but they have all kinds of recipes in these Taste of Home magazines. So for this one, there's going to be a cream cheese layer and a brownie layer. So we have our ingredients divided. So for the cream cheese layer, you need 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese softened, a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 egg, and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then for the brownie layer, you need a 1/2 cup of butter melted. You need a 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar, 1/2 cup of baking cocoa, 2 eggs, a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 12 cream-filled chocolate sandwich cookies crushed. We're using Oreo cookies, and I put 12 of them in a bag and I crushed them. You want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and they call for an 11 by 7 by 2 inch baking pan. Well, I have never had a recipe that's called for that size ever. So because most brownies you bake in an 8 by 8 or 9 by 9 inch pan, we're baking these in a 9 by 9 inch pan, and we put parchment paper. We lined it with parchment paper. But if you don't have parchment paper, then you just want to grease your pan. So the first thing you want to do is you want to beat together your first 4 ingredients for your cream cheese layer. This is our cream cheese layer, like I said. So we're going to move this over to the side. And then in another mixing bowl, we're going to start our brownie layer. We're going to cream together our butter, brown sugar, regular sugar, and our cocoa. Now we want to add our eggs one at a time and make sure you mix well after each time you add an egg. Now we're going to take our flour and baking powder, and we're just going to put those together in the same bowl. And then we're going to add this to our mixture and mix it. Lastly, we're going to mix in our vanilla and our cookie crumbs. So now we want to take your cocoa mixture and pour it into your prepared pan. We're going to take our cream cheese mixture, and we're going to put blobs of this, it says over the top.
It's like yogurt.
I mean, honestly, it's thin enough. It looks like it would cover the whole top, and I'm wondering if it's not going to. I can put it in blobs, but then it's thin enough to where I could probably spread it out over the entire top.
But you're supposed to swirl it.
Yes, you swirl it to make it pretty. But I'm just telling you, once I use all of this, it's going to
cover the whole top.
Going to cover the whole top. That's the problem. Yeah, I'm basically covering the whole top. I'm just taking more time to do it. take our knife and swirl this, and there's really, I mean, I don't know how they, this is like water. I don't know how they, there we go, I'll do it like that. I don't know how they expect you to, that's about as swirled as it's gonna get, because it's like, it's truly like water. What do you think?
Could be.
That's, okay, so you want to bake this for 25 to 30 minutes on 350. So I'm gonna start at 25 minutes, but then when they come out, I'll let you know how long they actually took to bake. These brownies ended up taking 31 minutes. The time in the book said between 25 and 30, and I checked them at 25, checked them again at like 28, and they needed to stay a little bit longer. I kind of moved the pan around and they still jiggled, and so I left them for 31 minutes, and so hopefully they're nicely baked, but we're gonna leave them here to cool completely before cutting them. So I got 16, and this is how they look. Here we go, cookies and cream. These are very soft.
They're super soft. When she was cutting, I'm like, wow, those are really soft brownies.
And I left them in a minute longer
They're
than I
almost
said.
like cake-like brownies. Yeah, that's more like cake, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure about that cream cheese topping.
Well, I don't know that it was necessary. I can tell you, I tried I had some of the chocolate part on a spatula, and I tried that just raw, and it was really good. So just the brownies with the cookies, I really like.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know that cream cheese part is necessary at all.
I literally took a bite of just the cream cheese part.
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't have much flavor. I think it adds a different texture,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as flavor goes, you're fine just eating the brownie.
Mm-hmm. I think the cream cheese part, the texture is almost foamy.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like you're sinking your teeth with like a foam. It doesn't taste bad. It just, for what you're using, you're having to buy 8 ounces of cream cheese. You're using a 1/4 cup of sugar, an egg, and vanilla. I mean, honestly, it's just not necessary at all to me. It doesn't add anything to the brownies.
No. No, if anything, you get a slight flavor of the cream cheese, which I'd rather have just the chocolate brownie.
Exactly, very slight. So, although I'm glad I made these, they're not bad. And if you make them, you might really enjoy them. I just don't find that part necessary. So, this would not be a recipe that I would make again.
The brownies are good.
The brownies are good, but there's other brownie recipes that I can make that I don't have to follow this one.
I don't think these are any better brownies than a box mix at the store.
Yeah, I'm sure there's other cookies and cream brownies that I could crush up Oreos and put them in any brownie mix, and it's going to be good. That's another thing is you don't get any, I did not get any texture at all from the Oreo because it's baked. Now, I did have some cookie pieces in where I tried it on that spatula. And so you do get it, of course, before it bakes. But once it's baked, I'm not like, I don't taste Oreo and I don't get any Oreo texture at all.
No, and you left yours pretty good chunks in there for the most part.
I did. So it's not that it's bad, but it's just sometimes recipes you think, oh, this is a hit and I'll make this again and again and again. This isn't one that I need to make again. I'm glad I tried them once, but I don't need to have them again.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.